got it wrong, all twisted up. Montez did not start this, okay? Julia was over there inside, Montez was over there inside of Jit's live. They was over there having a good time. Liz and somebody else was all into it, having their shit going on or whatever like that. Julia hating ass, watching from the outside of the window. Hey, Baw'dhead. Watching from the outside of the window. They weren't even talking about Julia or Montez. Montez up there gloating, right? Telling Jit, oh, Jit, I miss you, da-da-da-da, this, that, and the third. But mind you, Julia blocked from everywhere, right? But she wasn't blocked from one of Jit pages. So Julia is blocked from everywhere. But Julia watching and hating from the outside while they over there having a good time. Montez asked Jit to be a mod. Jit modded Montez or whatever. So Julia hating. She was watching from the window. She could not stand to see that shit. You know what Julia did after that live ended later on that night? Julia takes Montez messages and copy them because she could not send screenshots. Her old, decrepit, thin-head ass could not send screenshots. So she takes Montez messages. You know how much time that takes to go back and copy and paste every single message and send it to somebody? So after she watched Montez have a good time over there telling them that she missed her and all this and all that, even though she was talking shit, so we don't give a damn about that either. She goes and takes Montez messages and Montez messages only and copy them and send them to Jit for no reason. Montez and Julia was still cool. Montez had not did nothing to Julia, but still come around and support over here. And Julia didn't like that because she was trying to, girl, get in the wig, girl, eat a dick, okay, on a Monday afternoon. Bitch, eat a dick, okay? Keeping it classy, bitch, you look trash. You got an AI picture telling somebody to get a new motherfucking wig, ho. Get a new phone, bitch, because you blocked from this one, dummy. Anyways, she goes and tell Montez, she goes and copy and paste Montez messages and send Montez messages to Jit unprovoked. Unprovoked, right? She copied and pasted the messages and send them over to Jit unprovoked. Montez hadn't did nothing to Julia. They had not fell out. Montez hadn't said nothing to Julia, which is why Montez was in a shock when I brought up the messages. So once we only get Montez, mind you, let's keep in mind, Baw'dhead, I hope you getting this to get these stupid bitches some context because you always got the clips to make shit make sense for these goofies. So when this bitch go turn her phone on in that motel at 9 o'clock in the morning, she will have the backstory. And she can't say she don't give a fuck about it because if she didn't, she wouldn't even be talking about it. Because I would even say, I don't even fuck with Dime. But yeah, Dime don't even utter my name. So get your ass from over here, Julia. Go start your own live with that lady profile picture on there. And when I find out who that lady is, she gonna sue you for defamation, for receiving compliments for her. Because when I said you was pretty on your profile picture, you said thank you. That should be a crime. You know that wasn't you. What do people say? What's love got to do with it? You know you need ass whooping. Anyways, Julia takes Montez messages, copy and paste them, every single last one of them, and send them over to Jit for no reason. Did not say her part. Because we were still letting Montez in this space. We were still letting Montez in this space because we hadn't known what was said by Montez yet. Right? So Montez was still coming over here. Because we didn't know what Montez said. I asked Montez about it. Montez said, well, I can show you all the messages because I wasn't just having a conversation by myself. So when Montez go to look for the messages, she say, oh, Julia blocked her. But Montez know that there was more shit being talked, right? So Montez say, oh, Julia blocked her. So I'm like, well, you can still get the messages even if somebody blocked you because it'll just say account not found. Montez didn't send the messages. I logged off. I didn't give a fuck about it. I'm like, shit, I'm going to just handle it like I always do. Block their ass and go about my business. The next day, Montez reached out to security. Hey, I want to send down the messages. Can I send them to you and you can send them over to her? I get the messages. Now we got the whole context. The whole context was Julia was mad that Montez was supporting me. Julia was upset that she was coming into the live and claimed that we wasn't speaking to her. Nothing that she said here made absolutely no sense as to why she was upset. She still do not have a reason to be upset with me. When this grown woman, JJ, asked this 60-year-old woman, well, why were you telling her not to support Dime? Oh, because when I go into the live, she don't speak to me. You 60. You worried about that? Somebody speaking? Even though I do.
Here's the thing, and I know here's the thing. It wasn't all Montez. It was me. It was really me. I'm not.
Before Montez sent the messages that night. Let me clock that. So before Montez sent the messages that night, once we did the recap and we started asking Montez for the messages, Julia was on the outside listening. Y'all. Julia sent more messages of just Montez. So she sent the messages to Jit earlier, and then after we had the whole live, when we had the whole live or whatever, asking Montez for the messages, Julia on the outside listening, she doubles back and send more of Montez messages.
So Montez, I made the comment like Don read all the messages. I said something about watch her calories, and I meant it in my Brave King voice, and I meant it.
No, Julia, listen. Your conversation with Montez made it.
What you
said about calories?
In the messages, I told Montez Don need to watch her calories, and when Don read it out loud, she said Julia needs to worry about her face or her, just the usual thing with as you get older.
Now that was pure shade. Now that was just pure. Hold on now. Watch her calories. Where Bradley at? He dropped as soon as you said that shit, Brad. Now watch her calories ain't trying to protect her friend babies now. We don't went a little far now.
Wait, no.
Calories got to
AJ, it wasn't positive messages, baby. No. The messages wasn't positive.
Right.
Let's say out of 200 messages, maybe 2 was positive. No, they wasn't positive messages, sweetheart.
That business. You was talking big shit. You popping your shit.
I was. Yeah, it wasn't nice. They wasn't nice. They were positive.
That's what you said, girl. We trying to help you, but you don't need no help. That's what you said, Replay.
Somebody asked AJ, is she still homeless? I can answer that for her, yes. And then somebody said, why were you still in her space if you felt that way? Exactly. That's the real question. Why was you still, right? And somebody else said, just hanging out said, you were being fake. Exactly. You were still coming over here every day. And when you got blocked, let's not forget you was crying about it. You was sending every single person that you can think of DMs. You literally copied and pasted your message, sent it to me. You sent it to Alexia. Thank you, Courtney, for the sub, babes. You copied it, you sent it to me. You sent it to Alexia complaining about being blocked, even though you were talking shit. So why you trying to get over there with these useless ass bitches acting like you was doing something, like you was really popping it? Why was you still in the space? You was still in the space that you was popping it at. Still begging to be unblocked. This was just recent when I just blocked you about the court stuff. You was talking smack before the court stuff. Thank you, sweet. You was talking smack before the court stuff, right? So why would you still be asking to be unblocked? Why would you ask me why would I block you knowing that you was talking trash? So just hanging out, you clocked it and said, so you was being fake. This other person said, so Julia was just talking shit about everybody. Somebody else said, why was you still in the girl's space if you felt that way? I'm confused.
Let me see if I can. But I don't know how to do this, and I'm on my phone. I mean, and
hold my beer. Let me let y'all know what
Uncle Jen said, Julia, you looking like a backstabber. Now, when it comes down to JJ and Kiana, all these miserable hoes that I done chewed up and spit the fuck out, they supposed to do this, right? This politics, what they doing, right? This is politics, what they doing, right? They just talking. Because we already done had it out, right? Why they even still speaking on me, I don't know. I don't say nothing bad about Kiana. I don't fucking talk about JJ. So why they still speaking on me, I don't know. But this politics, so I'm really not worried about them and what they saying.
She laid back and Damn, Julia is on one, y'all. Julia,
Oh, I
Miss
know.
Julia, you used to be real sweet, girl.
I am. But you can only poke me so much. And I called Preem a dummy, and she said, "Why did I call her dummy? I mean, you're just a dummy." What else did I say in the message? Yeah, I don't know. We talked about them for 7 months. I don't know.
Okay, did you talk about them by yourself?
No, she was with me.
So did she get put out? Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all both got put out.
Yeah.
That for nothing. Wait, so she took her messages to Dime.
She sent her the whole thread.
And then got put out.
This why people don't need to be speaking on shit they don't know about. They got the sequence of events all wrong. They got the sequence of events all wrong. That's not what happened. Montez did not just go and expose no messages. And we've been talking about them for 7 months. Just imagine spending 7 months that you cannot get back. Just imagine spending 7 months of your time talking about somebody that ain't even fucking stunting you.
Can you, baby? Ain't no honor amongst thieves, baby.
That's what I said. HR. That's what I said. That's what I just said. Julia started it. Montez did not start it. I just explained that. Julia started it. Julia sent randomly out of nowhere, sent Jit those messages for no reason. Because Montez was in Jit Live and Jit made Montez a mod. Julia just sent those messages to Jit for no reason. Right? Once she sent those messages to Jit, it was only Montez thread. I don't know which part y'all ain't getting. I really don't understand which part y'all not getting. Which part y'all not understanding? Which part y'all not understanding? Hey, Shar. Hey, babes. Which part y'all not understanding? Because I keep explaining it. Julia got upset because Montez, after Julia thought, okay, let me break it down like this. Julia thought that Montez was in cahoots with her, right? With the shit talking. And, oh, even though you shit talking, I done fell back from their space, so you shouldn't be over there. Montez decided, even though I've been talking shit with Julia, I still want to go over there into the space. Once Julia made that decision and Montez was still supporting and going into Jit's live or whatever and coming into my live, throwing her confetti, as she would say, you know, during the battle while Preem was throwing the universe, you know, Montez was bragging about, oh, I'm throwing confetti while Preem dumbass over there throwing the universe, you know, Preem the dummy. So Julia got mad that Montez was just still supporting, even though Julia was trying to persuade her not to support, right? She was trying to persuade her not to support. Julia got upset. So once she saw Montez over there in Jit Live having a good time, she said, oh, well, since she want to be over there with Jit, boom, she started copying and pasting all of Montez's messages only, not the conversation. She started copying and pasting Montez messages only and sending them to Jit. Along with the messages said, why y'all over here got me blocked? Why y'all got me blocked? Montez is the real snake. Julia never said that they was having a conversation because remember, only Montez messages got put out there. Are y'all following me? Because I'm trying to figure out why the fuck y'all still getting the sequence wrong. So when Montez came to the live, because I went live after my series, I addressed it. And I'm like, Montez, you know, what's going on? Like, you know, Julia done sent these messages or whatever. Montez basically said, shit, I wasn't talking about myself. But even though, you know, she sent the messages, I did not feel that way. Right? She was like, I didn't feel that way. You know, I apologize. I didn't feel that way or whatever. But we was all talking. It wasn't just, you know, it wasn't just me by myself. Julia was talking too. So I asked Montez for the messages. Montez pretended like, thank you, Gigi. Montez, thank you, Danny girl. Montez pretended like she couldn't find the messages that day. Later on that day, Julia sat outside the live when we was asking Montez for the messages and we was having a whole conversation with Montez. Julia sat outside the live and got more upset and sent more of Montez messages and Montez messages only. Right? Y'all following me? She sent more of Montez messages and more of Montez messages only. Right? So Montez came back the next day like, okay, since this bitch want to send all my messages, let me go ahead and send a whole conversation. Was you the only one who saw what? Saw what, babes? What did you see? Who? Who was it? Hey, K-Berry. Thank you, pretty. Who was it, Nunu? Or Nikki? Oh, Kiana just came in here. I'm glad she just came in here because I don't know why she was acting confused either earlier today. I don't know what was the confusion about. So, yeah, Keeks. Yeah, we just finished a series. We just got out of a series. We do our 12 o'clock every day. Sometimes after the first series, we don't sometimes after the first series with Liz from at 12. We don't do no more, but I got asked to be in eliminations today with True and Laura and Jada. So we just finished an elimination series. So anyways, yeah, going back to the story before I get tracked off or whatever.